Welcome back to Great Day for this Thursday. Lou, Jackie, and Jason being joined at the desk by our good friend Brian Duffy as we teach everybody how to draw politicians.
How to draw politicians.
Yes. That's what the theme is for the next couple of weeks.
Oh, gosh, if this continues the way that we're adding these people on a weekly basis.
You have to draw faster.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm trying to get some of these caricatures down, and it usually takes a little bit of time.
Sure.
I'm not being given that time because there's so many that are entering the race. It's kind of like, you know what I feel like? I feel like Lucy in that famous clip with the candy going by. It's kind of like I'm trying to draw. It's throwing one over my shoulder, stick in my mouth, whatever. Yeah. So that's what it's felt like lately.
All right, but we have a chance to show people how you create these because that's one of the biggest questions we get is how does he come up with all those ideas and those people that he draws?
Yeah, well, it's you have to understand my brain, and not many people do, let alone me. But
we're gonna do one today that is a new one that you had to learn.
Well, it's a new one, and it's somebody that I haven't had to draw. Oh my goodness, we've got so many people here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need a new pad of paper.
That's all right. We can do that.
It's in the budget.
We'll send the boss out.
But it's somebody that's on the Democratic side that's running.
Okay, that narrows it down.
It narrows it down to 4 or 5, I think. Yeah. So it's the neat thing about him.
Okay, it's not Hillary.
It's not Hillary.
Okay, it's down to 3.
Yeah, if you see a bald pate like that, it's not Hillary.
Okay.
All right.
We've already done Hillary, so.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I've been told I can't draw Donald Trump every week, so we're going to go with somebody else. This is Bernie
Bill
Sanders.
Murray. No.
Well, the hair is similar, but Bernie Sanders is a senator from Vermont. He is a classic, quintessential liberal, and he has no problem admitting it. And actually, he's doing rather well right now in Iowa.
He's doing very well in Iowa.
Very well, yes. And in New Hampshire. His poll numbers, I mean, he's closed the gap between him and Hillary very, very quickly, which you would expect to happen in Iowa. With the caucuses, whether it's the Republican side or the Democratic side, the people that come out and caucus on a cold, cold night, whether it's in January or February, are the real diehards. So, and those are usually from the fringes or from the edges of the political spectrum.
Yeah, just trying to get their voice heard.
Get their voice heard, right.
So you started with his hair. Is that kind of your staple of what you see when you look at Bernie Sanders?
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah, the hair, the glasses, but it's the hair that catches me. It's like he's really not one of these spit and polished politicians.
Right. It's almost like we're ready to play the grand prize game.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's not, he's not Rick Perry where he needs to make sure that every single hair is in place and
you want to know something?
wrinkle.
A lot of people like that.
Well, because you know what? You're not supposed to be looking at the person themselves. You're supposed to be listening to what they have to say. So, in Bernie's case, people have been listening. I guess there was a rally last week in Madison, Wisconsin. But of course, we all know Madison's a rather liberal city. But he drew 10,000 people to it.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
You know what I think is funny this time around is that on the Democratic side you have 5 old rich white people, and on the Republican side a lot more diversity this time. Much more diverse spectrum of the populace on the Republican side.
It's because almost the entire population is running for president.
Well, you're probably right about that. Yeah.
Well, you might have the diversity that you're talking about. You're not having a diversity of what their stands and opinions are. So you could, in essence, take those individuals and cover them up so you don't know if they're white, Hispanic, whatever. And you wouldn't know the difference between any of them. So what we have now is our candidates that are looking different, that are more across the spectrum of what the United States is all about, or how it looks now, but their positions are of I would say maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So.
Oh, this is I like this one.
Yeah, he's a good caricature.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one, and I think You know,
Looks like a
I'm not going to
physics professor.
predict, but I think that he possibly could win the Iowa caucuses.
Oh, really?
I think he possibly could beat Hillary in Iowa.
Well, you hear a lot about her campaign being nervous about him and the momentum he has. Yeah.
Well, they were, you know, they thought that okay, this is going to be her year in Iowa, and I don't know if Iowa is the state for her, and she's admitted that in the past, and so have her aides, that this isn't the easiest state for her to compete in because of her stance on various things. And she, you know, the war in Iraq was a very classic one. So, and that's where she got beat up the last time against Obama. But I have a feeling that she might lose this state, or it might be extremely close, which is going to be the same thing as a loss.
Wow.
I don't think she likes us.
No, and she doesn't think we like her.
Yeah.
So.
Well, in my case, she's right.
Well, Bernie was impressive when he doubled his numbers in, what, 10 days?
In 10 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's also raised $15 million very quickly, and these are through very small donors.
I love this. I think this is the favorite one of yours that
Yeah,
you've
that's
done.
So far.
fun.
I love this
That's
one.
fun. But I think it's because of certain things that do stand out, like you said, the hair, the glasses.
Oh, yeah, the
Besides
hair,
what
the
he's saying
glasses.
on his political tour,
Right.
there's just some interesting characteristics to look at that make
sure.
it very interesting.
Yeah, it's and it's going to be interesting to watch him. I think this is going to be fun on both sides, the Republican and the Democratic side, for in the caucuses coming up.
Well done.
Thank you.
Duffy shows you how he does it here on Great Day. Great job, buddy. We'll be right
Love
back. This is Great Day Live on KCWI.